Hey, good morning everyone out there. I just came out again quickly today to do a quick one on Facebook Live. It's been quite some time that I actually did this Facebook Live because of the involvement with the radio church, and I found out that the whole thing is really time consuming. But again, we thank God for His grace. And then I also want to thank God for God helping us to get volunteers and supports for the radio church. Voice of Faith Radio Church has been on now for over a month, and I think we're actually doing the best we can, trusting the Lord to give us the resources to keep going. Now, I just want to do this we call wisdom for daily living. Wisdom for daily living is actually an idea that a senior friend actually brought up. Even though we have a compilation of our articles, we call it daily or wisdom library. But wisdom for daily living actually was the word that I heard yesterday evening or in the night while I was sleeping. It just said, why not think of it as, short, but, wisdom for daily living. And today's wisdom for daily living is got to be with, do with this aspect of, I was cleaning the car this morning, and then somehow along the line, and I just wanted to leave a part of it. And as I was about leaving a part of it, I just heard these words. Take care of what they kept with you or what they keep with you, because it might be yours tomorrow. Take care of what they keep with you. Take care of anything that is kept in your custody, because they might tell you that it's your own tomorrow. It might become yours tomorrow. What you are keeping today for someone else might become yours tomorrow. They might tell you, okay, keep it. It's now yours. And so, for example, you're building a house, and then you decide to use substandard materials. And on the long run, the man doesn't tell you that, look, this thing is going to be yours. Or even if he didn't have it in mind, along the line, he just said, okay, you can keep it. How do you feel when, at the end of the day, the building that you built, the ministry you built, the choir you built, the usher department you built, whatever it is that they gave to you to do, to keep, the office work that you are doing shabbily, how will you feel tomorrow when the man now comes and says, oh, sorry, I'm leaving town, and I think you've been with me for some time, you can keep it, it's now yours. Or the house you built with, substandard materials, and they say, oh, all right, you can live in it, I give it to you. And then the Lord gave me a word for that, which is in the scriptures that says, if you are not faithful in that which is another man's, who will give you yours? And the scripture says, if you are faithful in little, much shall be committed to you. Sometimes when we do things, we think we are doing it for someone. We think we are doing it for people that, we are working for. Those of you that are, working for people out there, most of the time you must have noticed that if we don't have remunerations, we don't have encouragement, we don't have the patting on the backs, sometimes we don't really do it well. The wisdom for today's living, the daily life is this. Do it well. And I'll show you the scriptures for that also. In Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10, it says, whatsoever your hand findeth to do, do it with all of your life, because there is no work in the grave where thou goest. Now, I will encourage you today that you shouldn't leave any stone unturned, and you should not, do anything shabbily or haphazardly, because it may eventually become yours. That company may eventually be yours. That house may be yours. That car, you are, mechanics, you are buying substandard materials. You may not even say it's yours, but you may need that car. You may need to take that car somewhere, and what happens to it? It falls apart, and you kill yourself, and all of that. So why not learn today to do whatever you are doing with the whole of your heart? Well, I believe this is a wisdom for today, and I want to believe that you can actually make something out of that. As you go out today, may the Lord's wisdom keep you. And Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 10b says, wisdom is profitable to direct. So today, whatever you do in that office, don't forget, it might eventually become yours. That friendship you are handling with levity, that lady you are treating anyhow, that girl that you are treating anyhow, that boy, that man you are treating anyhow. Listen carefully to this. Might eventually be called your husband tomorrow. Yeah, that woman that you are treating anyhow now might be the mother of your children. You call her a girl now, you call her a baby now, but she might be the mother of your children tomorrow. All right? Take care of anything and everything that is in your care, because you might eventually have to eat out of it. All right? You might eventually have to eat out of it. You may have a portion out of it, and your children may also have a portion out of it. That neighborhood that you are always terrorizing, and you're acting, carrying your nose up, and you don't want to give attention to what is there, the drainage you don't want to fix, the road you don't want to fix. One day might be the place where you will have a breakdown, and people will walk by and leave you, because they will tell you don't know what you're doing. I was told of a story of a baker who was always providing bread for the people in the community, and there was another rich man who was an artist, but people thought he was a wicked Shylock who never gave anything out. Unknown to the community, the people there, that it was this artist, this old man that is rich, that gives money to the baker to make bread available every day or so. I think every day a week. People go there to pick bread. He gives the money, pays for it. But it's not a noisy, it's not a loud, gregarious one. So they kept abusing the man, and he never said a word. He would always look at them and smile. The baker never knew what was going on, or he did not say anything, because under the instruction of the man who pays him, just keep giving them the bread. They said all kinds of things. Of what use are you in this community, and all of that? Well, eventually the artist, the rich man, died. After all they said, oh, of what use was his living in the first place? The useless man is dead and gone. 1 week after, they still got bread. I think 2 weeks they still got bread. And after that, the bread stopped. And then they went to the man and said, what happened to your good work you're doing? You've been nice, and everybody knows you. They've talked well of you all these years. And the baker said, well, the bread stopped because the artist died. The rich man died. He was the one giving me money to do all of these things. I was just fronting for him. They were all so sorry, and of course they buried him, they've done everything. So I guess some would have even spat on his grave. I don't know who you are today. You're not patient to listen to people. You're not patient to watch people. One of the beautiful things about patience is that patience, in you will help you to listen. Patience will help you to observe. Did you hear that? Patience will help you to listen, and patience will help you to observe, because if you're not patient, you're going to get yourself, into misunderstanding, and then misreading people and jumping into conclusions. Patience helps you to listen. Patience helps you to watch or observe people. Well, that's the wisdom for today. I guess God has helped us to say one or two things this morning. May God bless you and strengthen you. Have a wonderful day at work. Shalom.